Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum hasn't really moved much since yesterday. Bitcoin sees a much sharper pullback, interestingly. Ether is still holding comfortably within the already communicated micro support area. So let's talk about the short-term bullish and also short-term bearish potential. What I decided to do, I'll take out this white microstructure. It is a bit confusing and we'll take it out and we'll just follow on the yellow one. I just want to point out that obviously we could top here at any point in a high B wave. Yeah, this is possible, but we are tracking if the price has already bottomed in this wave 4 correction. Therefore, it makes sense to follow a microstructure. The white microstructure doesn't add any additional value. It is worth knowing, however, that if support levels break, we are heading down most likely in the white count. So that is the short-term bearish potential. Maybe we'll start with that and then we take a look at the short-term bullish wave counts potentials. Yesterday in the video, I also showed you the daily chart. So, but here today, let's just do the short term. Obviously not much happened yesterday. So I tend to reduce the ETH videos because people aren't interested when, nothing happens. When things get exciting again, we can ramp that up again. So what do we need to see for this white count, which wouldn't be bearish, so I'm still going to be bullish, but obviously it would still indicate short-term weakness, and it would mean that this wave 4 correction, which started early middle of March, that this is still unfolding. In this scenario, I'm tracking an A wave down, then 3 waves up in a B wave, and we could come down in a C wave again. Now, because the B wave is already very high, we might not even break below this support region here, where the price found support previously. Okay, so it's a Fibonacci zone. It's between $2,670 and $2,900 basically. And it's because an A wave, this decline into the 14th of April lows or 13th of April, and the C wave, which possibly hasn't started yet, because they often have the same length. And the B wave is so high, we might see the price to find support in this region here anyway. So again, nothing too bearish, even if we break micro support levels. But this is at the moment only a potential. At the moment, we are forming higher highs, higher lows. So I don't really want to stand in the way of such a rally. It's just important to know that from up there, if this is a B wave rally, as soon as support levels break, this is where likely the price is going to take us. And we're likely going to test that lower, I could call main support area, in orange. But as long as we're holding the upper support regions, there is no need to really focus on that and to, let's say, hope that we will get some lower prices. The price would need to confirm that. And also, it takes some evidence. It takes some at least a 5-wave move down from a high, which indicates the trend is down in this C wave, which then also breaks support to confirm that or to follow that more closely. At the moment, all pullbacks are corrective. So if we then look at the yellow count, this is obviously the wave count where the wave 4 might have bottomed already. My view is this is only possible as a diagonal pattern, that we're moving up in a diagonal. I might change my view going forward. The reason is that these sort of double bottom structures are not very reliable. It's always possible that there was a truncation somewhere and that indeed we are in an impulse. So therefore, we have to be a bit flexible. But the point is not to have the absolute correct 100% true wave count, because it doesn't exist. It's about having a wave count that helps us at the moment and that helps with trading decisions and that helps us to understand where the risk is sitting. And we've got that. The idea in this yellow wave count is that we're moving up in a diagonal pattern. We could still be in this third wave. Circle wave 3. We need 5 waves, of course, for the next, let's say, level of confirmation that we've indeed bottomed here on the 13th of April. Until we get that, I'm going to track support levels regardless. And we're just following the roadmap. And the wave count tells us which support levels need to hold and so on to keep this roadmap alive. So I give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. The idea is that we're currently in circle wave 3. Now, circle wave 3 here has done enough. It doesn't need to go any higher. However, the microstructure allows for higher prices. I wanted to see another high. Well, that happened. Yesterday we formed another high, but it hasn't reached the ideal fib levels up there. So I'd still like it to possibly get a little higher to maybe 4,017 to 4,275. I'm not entirely convinced about this microstructure I'm tracking here. So please be aware, we might not fill in the entire structure there. But important is there is no top confirmation until we are breaking below 3,758. So if we see a break below that range, that's the upper micro support range, then we're likely going to see a test of this support area here. And it would indicate that we are in circle wave 4 already. Then support will be measured against the latest high, 3,210. And as long as we're holding that, we should see one more high. Okay, that's sort of what I would like to see. I'm looking for one more high after this main fourth wave. Yeah, and these are the key support levels. So while there has been a pullback from yesterday's high, the pullback is quite shallow and it is so far in 3 waves, which keeps the door open for higher. Again, not entirely sure what the microstructure in here could be. There are again also different potentials, but normally I want a third wave to reach the 1.38 extension. That's 4,174. But that might not be so reliable due to this long wick down. This wick differs greatly on different exchanges. So as I said, we might not get all the way up there necessarily. Precision is then not so much in the focus, or you can't expect that much precision if the data differs so much from exchange to exchange. So please be aware of that. Therefore, it's sort of this area that we want the price to get to. That's my update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.